Oh, hello. Welcome into my workshop and welcome to the show Creations of Clay. My name is Louis Paladin, and today I'd like to do a repaint of something I did several months ago. I want to do a repaint of the Abonible Snowman head I made. The original one that I made, I'll show you, I have in my left hand here. I painted with very basic colors, white, blue, a little brown and everything. But what I want to do is I want to do a repaint to make it look a little more realistic, which I think this does right here. And we're going to use many more colors. So we're going to use acrylic paints, which I have right here, Liquitex acrylic paints. We've got, what I'm going to do is I have some blues here, some blues, black, white, like it's almost like a white, and that I'll be using for the teeth. I have pink, I've got like a light brown, a darker brown here, a white, and a red. The first thing that I want to do is I want to paint the actual head. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with these colors here. And I'll take this, we're going to use, this is like a bluish purplish color. And what I want to do is we're going to take that, I'm going to put that right there. And we're going to paint, I'll show you, going to paint the head. We're not going to paint the face with this color, but we'll do the rest of the head in this color. So I'm going to just take and dab that. And we're just going to dab that on there like that. See how we do a dab on that? We'll do that. I want to do that as a nice undercoat. Now that we've done that, I want to paint, start going towards the face. But before we do that, let me get my trusty little hair dryer here, and we'll try to dry this a little bit so it won't be so sticky to handle. Now that we've dried that a little bit, it'll make it a little easier for me to handle and paint some of these other features. The first thing that we want to do is I want to do the eyes. We're going to take Mars Black, or this black color right here. I'm going to put that right in there. Now we're going to paint a couple of different areas black. We're going to do the eyes. And then another area I want to do is the nostrils. See these nostrils here? I want to create some depth there. So I'm putting this black color inside the nostrils. I'm going to put that right in the nostril there. And just switch it around. You want to give it that black color. I'm going to switch it around the other one. See how we did that? Gives it a little more depth. That's why I did that. Now we're going to do the eyes. So I'm going to paint right inside the pupil. Dab right inside there. Just kind of switch it around to make sure that we get the color on the eye. Get down in there. See how nice that looks? So we're going to do the same thing for the other eye. And fill that in. The next color I want to do is kind of like a brown, dark brown color. And what we're going to do is we're going to paint that around the eyes. I'm going to put that right there. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to take that dark brown color and paint the rest of the eye. See this? Right there. See that? Right there. And then we're going to do the other side. See that? I think they added a nice contrast. Now, the next thing that we want to do is I want to take a lighter brown, or we're going to take a lighter color here. It's almost like a whitish yellow. I'm going to put that there. And we're going to paint that area around the eyes right here. See this? I want to paint, there's a forehead area here. So what I'm painting is this area right here. Right there. So paint that nice. Then we're going to get under the eyes there. Right there. Dab right there. Then we're going to dab around here, around the mouth area here. See that? Let's see. Eyes are getting a little watery, just got to wipe them off a little bit. And then we're going to get, I'm going to dab in here. And then I'm going to dab a little more inside the eye area here, like the eyebrow. See how I did that? And now we're going to paint here a little more. Just like that. I'm going to paint that. Dab that a little more up there. And let me see. I want to dab a little bit around here too. Around the mouth area. See that? Okay. Then one of the next things that we're going to do is I do want to paint the mouth area. So I'm going to take, we'll end up using this brush again, but I'll just dry that off. We have another brush. I want to use red. And I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to take the red right here, and we're going to use that inside the mouth area. So what I'm going to do is, see this? We're going to paint inside the mouth here. See that? Dab all the way back there. I'm going to paint that red. Now I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to do the top part of the mouth too. See that? See how we're doing that? I'm going to paint that red inside there. Paint that. Okay, we got, gonna add a little more. I want to make sure we didn't miss anything. So I'm going to come back and look at the bottom again, see if we can add a little more. Yeah, it's starting to really look nice. I want to make sure we get all the way back. In the mouth. Okay, so now that we've done that, we painted inside the mouth. I want to do the teeth. So I'm going to take this color again that we had. It's like almost like an off-white, and we'll paint the teeth. I'll paint those. Paint that. And then I also want to try to paint the inside of the teeth. Do the top here. I want to see if we can get it from all angles. Let me see, we got that. There we go. See that? All the way around. Okay, we've got that. One of the things that we want to do now is we want to darken up things around the face. So we're going to take this light brown color here. I'm going to put that there. And then we're going to get one of these brushes again. Clean that up nice. Now what I want to do is kind of darken up things a little bit. We're going to put this brown around here. See around the eyes? So we'll darken this up a little bit. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Gives a nice contrast to the eyes now. And then we'll kind of dab a little bit in here. And then around here. See that? I'm going to dab a little up here. We'll dab a little in here. And then I'm going to add a little up here too. We'll just darken a little bit up here. Just dab it ever so slightly. See that there? And then we're going to dab a little on the bottom too. Right there, see? Kind of put a little bit right there. And we'll go around to the other side and do the same thing right here. Yeah, it's coming along nice. Just going to dab it a little bit more. Let's see, we're going to dab a little bit right in here. Down the bottom. We got that. See how that looks? Really coming along nicely. Now what we want to do is I want to start to paint this another color. I want to paint, now that we've got the head the way we want it, I want to take and start adding some white. Because it is an Abonible Snowman head, so we want to add some white to it. Right there. So we're going to just flick this ever so lightly. top. Because I do want that blue color to still kind of show through. Because I think it gives it a nice, makes it look interesting. See that? Just flick that ever so slightly. I don't want to cover up the blue entirely, but you want it to be showing through still. See that? I'm just going to flick that on there like that. Just dab it like that. Let's see, we got that. Go all the way around. You see how I'm doing that? Just like that. Look at that. It's coming along really nicely. All the way around, just kind of dab it. Don't cover the blue entirely, but see how it's still got the nice blue hue to it, even though it's white. That's what I liked about it. I just wanted to just continue going around making it. And what I will do, now that we've done that, I do want to use the hairdryer again, because it'll make it a lot easier for me to handle. If we'll dry that a little bit. Now that we've dried that, I do want to add a little more color to this thing. We're going to take a little darker brown color and go back in now and highlight certain areas. I think it'll make it look a little better. We'll take this dark brown, put that right there. Let me see, we'll take that. We'll kind of take in some of the area around the mouth, we'll darken that up a little bit with this. See that? See I'm darkening that up a little bit? I'm going to darken that up a little bit. And just flick it ever so slightly over here. And then up here, around the eyes, maybe just darken it up a little bit, ever so slightly. And we'll take and do that around the other eye too. See that? Gives it a really nice effect when you do that. And then up here we'll dab a little up here too. Want to darken it up a little bit. Just dab it ever so slightly. You don't want to put too much up there. And I do want to come back and add a little more around here. We're going to get a little bit in there. And then a little bit in there. Maybe a little there too. See how nice that's really beginning to look? It's starting to look a little more lifelike than by adding and contrasting all those colors. The next thing that I want to do too is we'll take this brown color here and we'll just put it down here for the base. Just want to color this up a little bit. Put this down here for the base. That way. We'll go all the way around with that. See how nice that's looking? Looking really nice. Just like that. Go all the way around. Look at that. It's a good, I think it's a good color for the base. Just wanted to make sure that we had a nice base there. See how that looks? Real nice. And then there's one more thing I wanted to do. I was going to take a little bit of pink and put it around the edge of the mouth. Take that, we're going to dab that there, and we'll just do it ever so slightly around the lips. Just kind of touch it on there very lightly. See, I'm doing that, just touch it ever so slightly in there. And then do a little bit in here. Just do it very light. Do the same thing on the bottom. We'll go around. And One more thing. I do notice that I just want to whiten this up a little bit. I'll just dab it ever so slightly, because I don't want to get rid of all the dark. And that looks like it's almost completed. See how nice that looks now? Big difference since when we started, huh? So I'm just going to rotate that around so you can see the whole thing. You know, you can see all the detail with the eye and even the top of the head. I'm going to show you the last step in the process. We have this acrylic coating. Shake it up. I'm not going to do it here because you need to do it outside. It doesn't smell that good. So you would take this off and you'd spray a thin coating of this acrylic gloss over it. And then what the final product will look like is this one right here. When you spray it, see how it's nice and shiny? And you can see all the colors, and then even like the red in the mouth there. I'll try to move that around so you can see it. But I think it makes it look a lot more realistic, and that's why I wanted to do the repaint of the Abonible Snowman head, because I know that I use a lot of simple colors in the originals, and I think that there's some other people that would like to do another version that's a little more complicated with the paints, so that's why I'm doing this today. And I do want to thank you for coming to Creations in Clay, and I do look forward to seeing you again next week. Goodbye for now.